Hey, what is up guys? We got some new Enhancement Shaman talents and abilities coming for the next build of the beta, for Dragonflight beta. So it's going to be pretty nice to look over. I'm recording a little bit early at 10:50 a.m. I usually don't record this time. I record legit at like nighttime / like 2 a.m. So if you hear any excess noises, my bad. Don't record this time. So unfortunate, but I'm going to be going over the new talents and abilities that are coming to Dragonflight, and I'm going to be talking about the topic of new spells and just new creative abilities that I've kind of, come up with. Why? Because I like coming up with new abilities. It's fun. But let's just kind of get down to business here. So, Enhancement Shaman. Some changes are coming to a build you will receive next week, and we wanted to discuss that here. Alright, let's see what you got, Nimix. Stormbringer is now just something you know starting at level 10 as Enhancement Shaman alongside your mastery. Okay, so obviously for the leveling boys out there, again, when you hit level 10, you just get you get your mastery and you get your Stormbringer, Storm Strike resets. Alright, cool, interesting. Storm's Wrath increases the mastery bonus chance for Stormbringer and Wind Fury to activate by 100%. This is a multiplier, not an additive. Note, this only increases the bonus proc chance for mastery, which is 0.64% without any gear. It does not affect the elemental damage bonus from mastery. So basically, again, just affecting your Stormbringer when for your procs you get from mastery. Nothing too insane here. All right, your mastery isn't really something big for Enhancement Shaman unless you're, unless you're doing a lot of magic damage, which I actually do have a bit of mastery. So, because Elemental Blast, very good ability. The improved Maelstrom Weapon is now a rank 2 node, up from 1, the same total benefit. Improved Maelstrom Weapon is it makes every stack of Maelstrom Weapon, increase the effectiveness. So am I right about that? Yes, I am. All right. I had to make sure. Focus Maelstrom has been removed. Focus Maelstrom is the talent that makes it so your Maelstrom spending abilities are just 5% increased effectiveness. So a little bit unfortunate, but they did change the actual Maelstrom weapon. I think they just baked it in, so they just kind of removed this talent. So, all right, get it out of here. We don't want it here. Actually, I do want it. More the merrier. Raging Maelstrom now increases the damage bonus to Maelstrom weapon by an additional 5% in addition to increasing maximum stacks by 5. So yeah, this is why they removed Focus Maelstrom. So, alright, interesting. This is all just kind of like baseline stuff, so nothing too exciting here yet. A fair number of talents in rows 8 through 4 on the right side of the talent tree have been shifted around in position. This is more so like your Lava Lash kind of side, and all the other garbage is kind of, below. So, interesting. Alright. A little bit of movement. We'll see how it actually looks on the beta in next week. Lashing Flames has added as a talent on the right side of the tree. Lashing Flames, whenever you Lava Lash a Flame Shock target, it'll increase the damage of Flame Shock by 100%, if I'm mistaken. So, interesting. Alpha Wolf now procs from either Crash Lightning or Chain Lightning, rather than just Chain Lightning. You know what Alpha Wolf is? That thing goes from Legion, so now it's kind of back here. Whenever you Crash Lightning, it'll cause your Feral Spirits to cleave for 8 seconds. So now it just either affects Crash Lightning or Chain Lightning, so interesting. Alright, cool. Legacy of the Frost Witch has had its design adjusted a bit and is still 2 ranks. Every 10 stacks of Maelstrom Weapon consumed resets the cooldown of Storm Strike and increases the damage of your physical abilities by 5%/20% for 5 seconds. Now, obviously this works with Overflowing Maelstrom, which increases your makes it so your Maelstrom spending abilities can actually consume 10 stacks. So, but I don't know if this works without it. So I don't know if it's like if you consume 5 Maelstrom stacks and then consume another 5 Maelstrom stacks, would you still get the benefit? I'm not too sure, but either way, I'm pretty sure I like the the regular Legacy of the Frost Witch. Legacy of the Frost Witch was a really good legendary, but no one took it because Doom wins, and now Witch Doctor's Wolfbone. So I was actually really excited for it to be back in the tree. Now I'm just kind of less excited, so a little bit unfortunate. But Feral Spirits and the Elemental Spirits talents have been adjusted. This one's probably like my the most notable one. Each Feral Spirit type now grants you a 15% increased damage to that related element. Normal Feral Spirits count as physical. Alright, we do we have a lot of physical damaging abilities. The extra frost damage from Frosty Feral Spirits have been removed, but Frosty Feral Spirits now increase your frost damage by 15%. Interesting. The extra lava lash damage from Fire Spirits has been removed. That is unfortunate. You know, when you had your Fire Elemental or your Fire Feral Spirits, whenever you lava lash, it'll put like a pretty decent hitting dot on the target if you get 2 lava wolves. So a little unfortunate it's removed, but hey, just baseline 15% increased, you know, of all damage, no matter what wolves you get, or depending on that, you know, what wolves you get, the spell school. A little bit interesting. So obviously, no matter what, if you're running Elemental Blast, it doesn't matter what wolves you get, it's still going to do increased damage, because Elemental Blast is just every element combined. So interesting. But yeah, that's all like the new stuff that's coming. So it's interesting. I was unfortunate because, you know, I looked on Twitter and I saw that Tickle was like, oh, like good, like new spells, creativity. So I was like, what, new spells? I got to get on this. And then it's just like stuff that we've already seen / nothing too amazing. So that's why this Google Doc is open. So, you know, I've always, oh god, my eyes. So, you know, I mean, listen, like, obviously new / flashy / creative spells aren't the most important thing in WoW, but it definitely is something that is more important than, or people notice it a lot more than you would think. Like Lost Ark. Again, I love Lost Ark, but I don't really play it anymore. I loved Lost Ark, but I don't play anymore. So, but the one thing I can respect about Lost Ark is their class / you know, abilities design. It's so awesome. So, you know, whether it's their ultimate or just the normal abilities, Crusaders just lunging in and Demon Hunters just grabbing your ass from downtown, it's amazing. So, you know, when I saw that, you know, Blizzard was adding new spells and talents, I thought we were actually getting like new, super exciting stuff. But, you know, I mean, this is what, from like day one of just me playing WoW, I've always just thought of, you know, what new spells / things have we not seen before that Blizzard could add. Coming with Dragonflight, it's a perfect time to add to spice up the creativity. Like, you know, and I just do this for fun. Like, I always do it for fun. Like, again, you know, Feral Druid, you know, this is just stuff I've come up with, and, you know, and stuff like Feral Druid. Curse of Goldrin. Give into the bloodlust and rage of Goldrin, taking the form of the Wild God for 30 seconds. While in this form, you gain 30% leech and 1% haste and 2% damage increase for every combo point spent during this form. Every 10 seconds, you let out a loud roar that makes all allies within 30 yards cooldown recover 40% faster for 4 seconds. Just new stuff. Like, imagine turning into Goldrin, like the most strongest Wild God out there. If you don't know who Goldrin is a Wild God that, you know, his tooth is what made the Scythe Balloon. A little bit of lore for you. You know, Enhancement Shaman, like Rage of the Fire Lord. Equip the legendary hammer Sulfuras for 10 seconds. While equipped, your Lava Lash does 100% increased damage and cleaves to nearby enemies for 80% of the damage dealt. Stormbringer and Wind Fury have a 40% increased proc chance and have a chance, and attacks with Sulfuras have a chance to fire a ball of fire at the target for 8k damage. Obviously, the effects, you know, I'm not the best at it because I'm not the best player, so I just come up with anything that like sounds cool or looks cool. So, you know, like, this is probably one of my favorite ones, which is Death Knight. Headless Horseman's Return. Call upon the Headless Horseman's steed for 5 seconds, chanting the Headless Horseman's riddles that invokes fear in the hearts of your enemies, reducing their damage done by 20%. While on the steed, summon random amounts of pumpkins to serve you for 10 seconds, attacking your enemies and granting you and your party members 2% critical strike chance for each pumpkin summoned, max 8 pumpkins. You know, and this is just stuff that, again, I just try and come up with because I just like to. I like putting my thoughts on paper. So again, this is just for fun. I mean, I always just like doing it. And again, I have like 5 pages of stuff. So, yeah, I've tried to come up with like at least 2 for like every class, you know. So, you know, it's just stuff I come up with. But, you know, I would really like to see for Blizzard to add new and exciting abilities, because again, Dragonflight, and really just dive into the lore. Like, again, Curse of Goldrin or Legendary Ham, or again, Headless Horseman, you know. Like, really give into the lore, especially about each and every class when making new abilities that I hope come to Dragonflight. Dragonflight, a new expansion, new lore, you know, a new time to shine. So, you know, again, just really just the lore is obviously, you know, great, and I love the lore of WoW. Obviously, recent times have been kind of slacking, but you know, it's not just there to just look at and be like, oh, that's cool. Like, no, really implement it into like new abilities that are coming to Dragonflight. Again, it's a new opportunity, new expansion. Bloody do something with it. Like, you have so much, you've created so much stuff. Actually use it for, you know, to actually make the game, you know, a little bit more enjoyable, you know, for a lot of the people who, you know, who are into this stuff. So I don't know. Again, I've come up with like a decent bit of stuff, and I'm still writing stuff down, but I had to get this video out there. So, you know, for paladins, for mages, you know, warlocks like this one, you know, Fel Reaver, channel the dark energy from the outlines to construct a Fel Reaver that fights for you for 30 seconds. The Fel Reaver has their own set of abilities. Fel Stomp, causing Fel to erupt from the ground, applying a minus 20% healing done / received to your foes. Construct Flurry, Fel Reaver rapidly strikes the target 4 times in damage. Fel Eruption, Fel Reaver attacks have a chance to leak Fel energy from its body. Allies that consume these leaks heal for 50% of their maximum HP. Before death, the Fel Reaver erupts, dealing damage to all players and increases everyone's damage done by 15% for 8 seconds. You know, again, just stuff that, like, you know, is just really cool. Like it'd be so awesome to turn into the Headless Horseman or summon a Fel Reaver. Like, again, it's cool. Like, do you not get excited when you hear about this stuff? So, I don't know. I gotta stop myself before I get too far into this. But, yeah, these are just new talents. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check this out for yourself. But, yeah, if you liked the video, comment. And if you actually want to see a video of me talking about like new spells that I come up with, definitely like and comment. And I'm also playing Wrath now, so if you just want to see some like casual Wrath content, you know, just for the time being, also like and comment. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Twitter, Instagram in the description, and yeah, see you guys later. Peace.